I hope you are all doing great. My name is Felipe Aya and welcome back to my channel Growing with Phil. You all know that I love to talk about cars, right? Today we'll talk about its origin. Do you know who was the genius that invented the car? So come with me and let's pay the past a visit. First, we have to understand that many inventors contributed to the final outcome, which was the invention of the car. I believe that just like me, many of you cannot imagine ourselves without a car. And even if one day is phased out, we may still say it helped a lot of nations. Okay, let's see then a sequence of events that may have led to our so-called car. The idea of something that could transport people from one place to another with little effort comes from olden days. In the 15th century, Leonardo da Vinci idealized a self-propelled cart, but it didn't have an engine, so couldn't be considered as a car. Later, in 1672, Fernand Verbiest showed an idea that might have boosted the efforts to finally produce a car. Since it was 65 centimeters long and nobody could fit in, it once again cannot be seen as a car. Some years later, in 1769, Nicolas Cugnot invented a vehicle that would move with the energy from a huge boiler. But again, it was not practical since every now and then it could be found crashing into walls. Besides, it's only reached 2.5 miles per hour. So, to make it easier to understand, let's consider the car as a vehicle that is big enough to carry passengers. Practical enough that you will not need a horse plus a wagon. And reliable, so it won't explode. In 1806, a Swiss engineer named François Derivat constructed an internal combustion engine which helped Jean Lenoir to produce the first successful horseless carriage in 1858 that he called Hippomobile. So why isn't it considered the first car? Just because it was just a horse cart that had an engine attached. Historians do not consider it the first modern car. Only in 1886 that an inventor named Carl Benz made public his invention. And this one is then considered the first modern car because the engine and the chassis were developed to work as one unit. But how could people trust that this motor wagon was better than a horse with a cart? Well, that's when Carl's wife Bertha Benz came to show. She and her 2 kids took his motor wagon, model number 3, without him knowing, and made a 55-mile trip from Mannheim to Pforzheim in less than 12 hours. After that, people started to think of the motor wagon as a good way to move around cities, and it's also worth saying that the trip showed them the necessary adjustments to take this wagon to series production, which only happened in 1888. Then I don't need to say that the world started to really change. But the rest, you may know the story. Well guys, I hope I have brought you some light to answer our initial question. And I also hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks for staying here with me. If you enjoyed it, click down here and leave your comment. Don't forget to subscribe because every week we will have something about cars in here. Cheers, goodbye.